New mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live, and it's a new year that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors.
Yo, what up? This your boy DJ Roby, aka Jada Barber.
And it's me, Vanessa B.
And welcome to this episode of This is Bananas Podcast Talk Show with our lovely special guest, JD Berry. Yeah. JB, what's going on?
Hi.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, man, welcome to our show, man.
Burns Finest.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you
Burns
for having
Finest.
me.
Details Finest. You grew up here in Elgin, correct?
I did. I am true Elginite.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Okay. You know you from Elgin when you say Elginite.
Right now. This is where it's gonna make and break our relationship.
Who you gonna start, huh? Oh.
What high school did you go?
Oh no.
I went to Elgin High.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, give me some that, Maroon.
How did you go to London all day?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I
That's
forgive
annoying.
You said that's annoying.
Yeah, because you started off like that, putting y'all against me.
No, we ain't putting them against you. We wouldn't do that to you, Vanessa B. What kind of guy would I be if I did that to Vanessa B?
No, for
You feel me? I wouldn't be a good guy.
no, for
And I like that. I like to be known as a good guy.
you really gotta let that Elgin go, but
Nah, I can't though. We're maroons.
okay.
Just like the guest in the house is a charger. She's a charger from Dundee Crown High School.
Oh yeah.
Her.
Oh. I like, damn, that's left.
Behind the scenes like a mother.
Oh.
I brought a friend with me.
Who?
Right. She was quick. Like, wait.
Oh man! Hey, speaking of good guys, the dude who played Chucky died.
Damn.
I know, right?
How do you
That's
find
so
out
random.
things like this? Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah, no,
social
for real.
media, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Andy. You know,
And what's crazy, that was the only little monster or scary boogeyman that I was afraid of. Because I'm like, he always popped up somewhere.
You like, could not get rid of
Like,
him.
could
Yeah,
not.
that was creepy.
They took him apart, burned him up, everything.
You were afraid of the
Coming back.
Chuckster?
Yes.
I
I used to
relate to
be
that.
scared.
He was a
like,
little rebel,
oh, he
though.
gonna
Him-
come.
Him and his wife.
Yeah.
The bride.
The bride, Chucky. What was her name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. She's like, I know. Tiffany. You're right.
I love scary movies.
You had you a Tiffany doll?
Nah. But I dressed up as Tiffany a few years.
For real?
Yeah. a few times.
He was out here killing mofos.
No,
huh?
for real.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
For real.
oh my God, man.
Allegedly.
What's up with this weather?
No, for real. And today it got hot and then cold.
I can't figure it out.
Right. You got a hoodie and shorts on.
I don't pay attention to the weather at all anymore.
No.
No, I just wing
Put
it,
on
like
what you want.
literally.
Yeah.
And then I end up walking around in the rain. I'm like, yeah, thank you. That's what I get.
What song are you listening to walking in the rain?
Oh, right now I'm like the biggest Benson Boone fan.
I was gonna crack a joke. You remember
Oh.
the song? I saw you walking in the rain. I'm that old that you don't know that song? You know that song? Nash?
No.
I was like, oh no.
You know what?
No.
Every time I find myself just get ready to warm up to you, man, you just do something.
No, I don't know that. You don't know that.
Always just
No.
Yeah.
I'm also like the worst with songs.
uh-huh.
And like, I bet if you sing it differently or like in a month from now, I'll be like, I know that song.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You gonna hit it.
Different part of the song.
or a different part of the song. You know, I can't tell you who
But that
sang
song
it or.
was crazy though.
No,
He said,
for real.
I saw you and him. Crazy, right? He whispered that in him. Walking in the rain.
That song sounds
You were
stupid to be listening to in the rain.
In the rain. Had her closest to the curb.
Oh my god. No, that's fucked up. No, that's fucked up.
This obviously
I'm
meant
dead.
something to you.
You know, a
at the
lot of people don't
time.
know that rule. Like, you know, if you walking with a female, she's supposed to be on the inside. You
Yeah.
closer to the street, you know. So if y'all ever walk, next time y'all out walking, y'all see a dude and the sheets, you be like, man,
I do pay attention.
do you pay
Yeah,
attention?
I
I
do
do,
too.
actually.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy, man.
And then I don't tell them, but I get really upset. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Girl, get
Yeah.
on the other side.
So you're home. You born here, raised here in Elgin.
Mhm.
You also had a speakeasy. That's what we want to call a speakeasy.
Yeah. Well, there was a speakeasy in it.
There was a speakeasy in it. Okay, explain to us what a speakeasy
Yeah, the difference.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
So it, we categorize it as a tavern because it had like, dive bar vibes
Uh-huh.
ish, right? So, the point was to be like more community driven always and homey.
Uh-huh.
And we had a speakeasy inside because it more curated for special events, right? So when you think speakeasy, it's not generally always open to the public. It's sometimes like more of a private space or hidden space or something that you have to like know of to be able to go there. And that's kind of how we treated a lot of the special events that we did. You know, it's ticketed or like we rented it out for parties or we had special curated events in that space. So that's why we called that back like little area the speakeasy.
That
And
was-
there's 3 sections of Vern's, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tavern is the bar area.
Mhm.
Just so people know
Oh, yeah,
when they walk through there. Because even I want to know, because I've been in there, and of course, you've accomplished what you're saying because I didn't know that was the goal.
Yeah.
But you've accomplished that. But and then the back room where like the tables are, there's a DJ booth back there. That's the speakeasy,
Yeah. Well, it has like it had short
right? And it's like really darker back there.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then downstairs is light lounge.
Yes, the light lounge.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I love that.
It was great.
This was your first bar? Well, you had a bar upstairs, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is my first like business as more of like the sole operator. I have had other bars that I
really?
co-owned, and then I helped open, and I have helped other people just open their bars and run it and create systems for it.
So you like a Tapper, Johnny Tapper. Is it?
I'm like the smallest local scale. Honey.
Don't do that.
but no, I mean, I've been in the industry a long time. I've been in the restaurant industry since I was 16. Like I started as a host, and I've been a bartender since I was 21. And yeah, I've had people like headhunt me. Basically, they're like, "I heard of you. Come help me with my bar." So I have.
Gotcha.
Oh,
like
nice.
there's a few bars, the Hangout or D Hangout Bar and Grill before they sold the building. I was their first bar manager. They hired me on, and it's kind of like in my nature to be like, so can I just give you some feedback a little?
Yeah.
They hired me as like a part-time server, and then like I had already management skills. I was a manager at the time at a different in a different position, and when we started, I was like, hey, can I please help us with the training? Like, we open on Friday, but no one's gone over the menu. Can I just run 2 of the meetings for us, like, as a staff? And then, like, I did. And so after that, they were like, hey, like, do you want to help us? And I was like, yes, absolutely, please. Because they're great guys, and they were really driven, but there just were systems. There was not, like, like any, guided areas yet. And so I helped them with that. And then they were open 10 years, and it was really great because even after 10 years, I would go there and they'd be like, come back, take a shot with us. Or like I'd go in the kitchen and like a lot of the signs or like bulletin boards, like they were still there. They were obviously still using the systems.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so it was cool.
That's nice. That must be nice to have that feeling.
So how did you get into running bars? Like, most people be like, I want to be a business owner, but like the bar.
Yeah.
How did that become the thing?
Good question. Bars, probably because I enjoy the environment. I enjoy
knocking a few of that.
I can, absolutely. But also like I love creating a space for people to like have a bunch of different experiences, and right? Like exciting. You're there when you're excited, you're there when you're celebrating, you're there when you're grieving. Like I know a lot of people go to bars when they like they meet there for other occasions, not just happiness. It can be like in the midst of a very sorrow and like sad type of vibe as well. So I think it being able to be open to a lot of different experiences, I really like. It's never the same. I've been in management since I was 19, and I've been actively practicing, like taking leadership courses and learning anything that I can there. So really, I enjoy managing people. Gosh. And the bar experience gives me that place of like the fun and the diversity and the problem solving and that and the events and that I think all wrapped together, it just ends up being a bar. And I really like it.
Kind of like a social club, not like like the Redwood. The Redwood has been open for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have people, it's like a family up inside of there.
I've never been there.
I've never been there neither. I just see people at 6 o'clock in the morning, they outside of the Redwood and they'll be there all day long. It's just a close-knit family. Like people grow and get old and fall out, whatever together.
That's what I mean. There's so many different experiences, right? Like you can't do that in an office. You get the same type of experience all the time. I have a background in sales, which is great. It's high paced and very motivating, but you still only get to have like a certain spread of experiences. There's so many experiences you get to have, and like the venue space too, right? Like especially the light lounge, that back area was a venue space. So we got to host birthday parties and weddings. We had weddings there, so getting to see someone get married and say their vows in front of me.
Right. I've been in a few baby showers.
Yeah, baby showers. We've had celebrations of life. Like, so again, like that, here they are as a family being able to like support each other. Like those are some of my favorite moments, even though they were sad, because I'm like, we get to help you with this. We get to be the space where you want to be with your family here, I've also had to kick people out and been like, sir, absolutely not.
No.
You need to go. So like
No, for real. I'm curious, your menu.
Mhm.
Did you come up with that yourself?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
What was the creative process behind it?
The menu. So from 19 till now, I have learned that one of the best things that I was able to like release is a lot of control over a lot of things. And I know that I want to do a lot of things well, but I cannot do everything well. Right. So there's always, and I'm a very appreciative that there's always going to be someone who can do something better than me. My friend David that I bartended with at Martini Room when I was, well, I don't know how old I was. He was like fresh 21 and probably for a few years there we bartended together. He's way better at cocktails than I am.
Okay.
He just has this knack for it and this ability to like pick up different tastes and profiles. So I knew that like, oh my God, David's gonna help me with this because he loves it. And the cocktails will be amazing. So that's what I did.
Yes,
I reached out.
The names are very creative. The taste is very creative. Even the food menu.
My sister did the food.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she
it's
loves
so
food.
good. I had like one time there was a like a pizza with bacon and pretzel bits on it. Girl, that thing was so good. No, for real, for real. And then I just wanted to speak on real quick when you spoke on just bringing it full circle and all different types of things. When Vern's first opened, me and my best friend went, and food, drinks, great. We fell in love with it first time. Then years go on, we went to you had I can never say it, masquerades when they dance sexy.
Burlesque shows.
Burlesque. Okay. I don't know what else saying. Okay, those baby showers, all types of things. Okay. My best friend passes away. I went there to have her celebration of life. Full circle just came around of just being there from the time that it opened with her, and then having that celebration of life still at that same spot. I'm gonna get emotional, but I love Vern's. I do love Vern's, and what you say of how you brought these pieces of events and the speakeasy in this space and then the community, you've really accomplished that.
Thank you. It's really needed, and I'm really thank you for saying those things. That's the point, right? Like that's the point. And I think that I am really grateful that I got to do all of those things. Like I know that not everybody gets to do those things.
No, seriously. It's been so long since we've had just a community thing just to bring and like you said, diversity and all of that.
Yeah.
I think some things suck because, living here, we don't get to, we have to go other places.
Yeah.
We have to go to other places.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you hear me when I like sometimes I'm so awkward. I'm awkward right now even. But like when I do my live videos, I'm like, you guys come here. Like even if I'm like plugging Vern's, I'm also like, and if you're not coming here, then go to Martini Room or go to Viter or go to get coffee. Like all these places here, like trying to just share like highlight the community that we have because you're right. We always have to go somewhere else.
Elgin's not a pit stop for that. You have to go to St. Charles, and it doesn't sit well with me. Like I got to go to St. Charles, Batavia, Geneva, Naperville, like these townships. Elgin is a city, and we don't even have a bar district like that. So when you were down there, it was like there's several things going on downtown Elgin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like here we are. I think Elgin needed to have more of that to make Elgin feel homely because it's not like we have anything to do.
No, for real.
And like I agree with you. You did a great job down there. I know some things happened. We'll talk about those things in a little bit. But for the most part, we want to give you your roses because you did rock out while you was there. Now, it's unfortunate due to different circumstances, which we don't know. Maybe you'd like to share with us. Why you guys had to close the door at Vern's?
Long story short, we have a landlord that did not want to renew our lease.
Oh.
So like after all the sticky parts of it, like that is true. And ultimately what ended up happening, I have learned so much since being in business in that role, right? Again, so like I had helped people, I had managed, I had done this. managing the business on more like my own without having a lot to fall back on in that sense,
Mhm.
I have learned a lot. Get a lawyer. Always get other opinions. I think I have learned through that like just because someone says something doesn't mean it's always true,
Correct.
right? And even if you like have trust in that person, like do your homework. I learned I had to do my homework a little bit
Mhm.
better and a little bit more. And yeah, basically our lease was up. We had differences of opinion. I am filtering what I'm saying right now because I do have, you know, legalities between
there's some
us back
open
and forth.
things,
So just
yeah.
so you guys know, like if you have questions, like you can always reach out personally and I'll share you my experience, right? Of
Mhm.
where this comes from and like how we got here. Basically, differences of opinions, and he didn't want to renew the lease.
I find that very interesting because there is a for lease sign that's up right now.
And that should tell you a lot, right? Is there any other reason like to
Just to be the same thing in which it just was. I know you can't say a lot, so I can say it's some bullshit. There's some bullshit going on.
Out of all the buildings
Long
that
story short.
yeah. Also, I found it. I was like, oh, look at that. Like he has other buildings for sale, and he
Mhm.
has had other buildings for sale, but he's never put a big giant for sale sign on one of them, right?
Mhm.
There is a giant for sale sign on the building. It's okay. It's all gonna be what it needs to be. I'll say. And, you know, and I've also learned through the journey to like trust that people are going to be who they are.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
what they need to be in that moment. So
Yeah.
like, what do I need to be right now? And I was on a podcast
Mhm.
a year ago because we had been in discussion with our lawyers for the last like 2.5 years, almost 3 years now.
Mhm.
And at one point I'm like, you know, I don't want to be a victim, or I would like to show up and have these types of conversations, and instead of being like, oh well, this happened and now this happened, I'm like hearing myself, and like those things are all true.
Mhm.
What happened, but I would love to get to the space of like, well, this happened and this is what I did because of it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so like part of that, we ultimately closed because I had been fighting and wanting and desiring to be in that space so hardcore that I was literally doing whatever it took, like the back and forth, the discussions, the negotiations, and then like ultimately like bending and saying, okay, well, at least it's worth being in the space.
Mhm.
And this last time around, when there was another disagreement basically on terms, I was like, no, because it's no longer, and it hasn't been mutual for so long. And what have I been doing? Trying to stay in the space.
Mhm.
Why? Because it's important to me. Why is it important to me? Well, because it's already here, and these things, and like this is the business, right? And I'm like, all of that is true. And if I look at like what I can do, I can stop fighting so hard for something that isn't mutual.
Mhm.
I can be okay with other options, and I can be okay with it just not being anymore, you know? So I had said no to something, which ended up in a almost immediate like eviction. Went straight to court, which was based on an agreement that we had been working on. And I was like, well, that is within your right to do so. And I'm not going to fight to make it work anymore like that because, again, had not been mutual, at least in my opinion. And so we closed.
Just like that, just boop, we're done.
Doors closed.
You put a lot of you put a lot of time, you put a lot of effort, you put a lot of feeling, you put a lot of emotion. You put a lot of you inside that place.
Yeah. But you know what?
Take me through that.
Also, everyone else did too. And so the closing of Burns, dude, I cried for days.
I'm sure.
But even like to hear the way that you speak about it and to hear the story, like to hear you tell that full circle story, like that's the part. That is Burns. And as we were closing, I realized how much I have not been saying yes to the support that friends and community have been trying to give me back
Mm-hmm.
because I realized that was so uncomfortable. We had people show up to help move things. We had people show up for the closing. I had someone show up with all their video equipment to like video record the last few days, and they went out of their way to like make have interviews with the staff and customers. And they said, I'm like, I still haven't watched it because I need like a whole day to just like watch it and cry. And I know I'm gonna be like so overwhelmed, but I'm also like, wow, I'm like, I'm overly blessed, and I'm so grateful that that's Burns, right? So my friends and community have reminded me that like that is the true meaning, and that it can be somewhere else. This space that I've been fighting for, and like when I say I'm paying thousands of dollars over what we should to be there, and saying yes to things that aren't actually like great for the business, and just like, you know, I'm fighting for this space when we've created so many other systems that we can create that somewhere else. And how beneficial will it be to be in a space that someone wants you in that space, right? That they're excited that you're in that space, where things can be fixed in a timely manner and well ran, and the building is being run well. Like, how amazing would that be, actually? Can we show up? Like, I want to be able to have that conversation.
Right.
So again, like, I actually had to look more at myself and be like, okay, these things are happening and you're saying yes to them. So I said no. And
It's a process.
It is a process.
Yeah.
It's definitely
And
a
you're taking
process.
accountability just for the part that you know that you played for yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, oh, what am I doing here? And that's hard because I felt embarrassed. Like I've had people work with. At one point I was going to buy the building. I have gotten a second job. You know, I'm between that and some other things I'm working on. I love the job. I work at Aldi. I love it. And, you know, like I went out, I was like, okay, what do I need? If I'm going to be here, I need more income. I want to work at a stable company. I want to have enough hours. So like I got a job and I was going to buy the building, and that was a yes until they said no. So it's the same thing again, like this, okay, go, we're going to have this space. And I'm like doing all the things. And then it was a yes. And completely out of my control. No.
Yeah.
But had been months working towards that. And so that's just another example of like, okay, I'm showing up in these spaces and like I'm a victim of his no and of the, oh, I can't do this anymore, or this isn't being fixed, but I'm being complacent in it because like fighting to still be in that space when nothing is changing, right? And I don't have control over how that person's going to show up.
Right, literally.
So I'm like, well, I can face all the hard emotions that I've been avoiding. And those hard emotions have been embarrassment. I was embarrassed because I didn't want to bring anyone or the community into like this big struggle that I've been having, right? And I was disappointed. I felt like I was disappointing people. And, you know, we the Light Lounge and the Speakeasy, we donate that space a lot to different programs because it's special, the things that we get to see there, like the weddings, you know, someone doesn't make a huge income can still get married in a nice space because we had very affordable prices. I felt just like I was going to disappoint because I wasn't able to offer those things.
Well, you know, I mean, to carry that emotion lets me know that you are a true down to earth person. Because like when I'm listening to you as you talk, and when you're talking about this, I'm thinking about like, I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. Like, dang,
yeah,
letting everybody down. Mine came when I was in college, though. Like, you know, when I got academically dismissed, I'm like, everybody's gonna laugh at me. But you know what? Nobody wasn't. It's all in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, the devil had me thinking all these things. Like,
what
people like,
yeah,
and they wasn't. All they were really saying was, take your time.
yeah,
Go back and do it. Go back. And I'm like, okay,
yeah,
cool. I'll go back. So now we're looking at your go back.
Mhm.
What is your go back?
Well, I still have a lot to figure out the legal aspects,
Mhm.
but I'm starting from scratch. And I sat in that embarrassment and I sat with that discomfort.
Time
Go
out.
ahead.
There's no embarrassment. What do you
Well,
mean?
right. The feeling that I had there, right? And
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Like when I was like realized how much I had said no to the support
Mm-hmm.
is when I realized that I felt embarrassed. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, why am I saying no? You know, I've had people, I had a gentleman, true story, a gentleman sit down at the bar one night. And if you've been to Vern's, you know, like our culture there is like, if you're by yourself, I've literally trained and we've gone over with the bartenders, like introduce them to someone there.
Mm-hmm.
Like then let them do their thing. Like if they
Mhm.
don't want to be talked to, don't talk to them. Serve them, give them good customer service. But if you can help make a connection, like introduce them to one of our regulars or like be like, hey, Pete, this is Joe. Or hey, Steve, have you met Rob over here? He's new in town. Like
Mhm.
make the connection and help people do that and like create connections.
I never thought of that. That's legit.
That's fucking slick.
Yeah.
Because I've been there by myself and the motherfucker introduced me to some man, but he was trying to talk and I wasn't in the mood. And the bartender kind of caught on and she would just left me alone. She was like, all right, let me know when you need something. That's fucking slick. That's fucking slick.
Well,
That's slick.
the human experience is literally about making connections.
That's
Like
slick.
no matter what we're doing, we're looking to make a connection, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's in our sorrow or with our happiness, like we are looking for that connection. So when we create a place where that can be fostered and also we're open to the no, sir, you need to leave, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So yeah.
The gentleman.
uh,
The gentleman that you were.
Oh,
talking
the
about.
gentleman. He literally he sat down. We did the whole like, hey, where are you from? This is me. This is so and so. Like, I'm glad you're here. He ended up staying for 2 more cocktails versus just the one. And we had this whole convo. And he asked about the menu. He asked about this. He asked about all the things. And then I had been having a side conversation with the bartender. I had actually let them know that we're on the verge of like, I think I'm gonna say no to this thing, and that means we might close.
Mhm.
He overheard some of that and he was like, can you tell me what's going on? I was like, sure.
This is a new guy telling you
Brand new.
just in your business.
Yeah. He was like, I overheard a little, you know. So I told him, I was like, well, I'm really struggling. XYZ, landlord, this. I think I'm going to say absolutely not. And, you know, make this different decision. But that means we're definitely going to close probably, you know, and
Mhm.
I don't know exactly what that would mean. And he's like, well, do you have a backup plan? I'm like, yeah, like if I can do this, I want to buy the building. I want to have the building. I have a plan for it. I have this beautiful big plan for this building. And I hope in some way it comes to fruition in any way, right? I want to have a not-for-profit in the basement that's self-run and advocated for. I want to have a community space on the back end with all of these vendors. I was telling him all this. I'm like, yeah, you know, and I have worked with these 2 other people that are my partners in this. Financially, we're looking about this. We have this much raised. We're looking for this much more. He's like, oh, that's amazing. He's like, I just met you and I would get, what is your number? I would like to invest. How much are you looking for? I'm like, well, we haven't gotten that far when we started structuring out like the different parts of it.
Mhm.
But I hope to get there. And he's like, well, what on whatever end? I was like, well, at least like we're thinking like maybe 50 grand a person. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, take my number.
Mm.
So in that moment, I felt, oh no. I realized I was about to say no again to this man because I'm like, no, don't take my number, you know, or whatever. And then that's when I realized, I'm like, why am I saying no? Because I felt embarrassed.
Well, no.
Because I couldn't imagine bringing this man into this legal struggle, all
But
the
you
stuff.
still have to protect. You don't say no to save. You say no to save face. You don't say no because you want somebody. You don't want nobody to know that you really need it. This is an investment. You don't know this man from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if this man or you don't know if whatever person is really telling the truth about, hey, I got you for real.
Yeah.
Because they can reel you in and they can be on bullcrap. You just protecting yourself from that. And that's totally fine.
I guess That is true too. That is absolutely true too. But in that moment is when I realized, I was like, why am I saying no? Like, even if this man was total BS, right? Then it would have just not panned out. But I was like, why wouldn't I want to say yes to this if someone actually was like, I'd give you, yeah, dude, I see it, because we have a return on the investment and all the things figured out and what it would mean. And that's when I realized, I was like, I would be so embarrassed if I have to sit down and explain to this man what I've been going through with the landlord for the last 3 years. And like, I had to sit with that and realize like, oh, yeah, that's what that feels like. And that's why I say that's why I realized like, let's work through that big emotion and sit with it and be okay with like, I think it's embarrassing, but you don't.
No, it's guarded. You being guarded because all money is not good money. You know what I'm saying? He can look at it like, okay, she's a nice looking lady. I can give her 50, but then something else got to come with that. Right. You understand what I'm saying? It's different when you know a person, and they come like, hey, Jamie, listen.
Yeah. You have to vet them out a little.
Let me invest in you like this.
Yeah.
But just to come out of the heavens and say, hey, I got this, I call bullshit. Seriously, I'm just, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you're just a guarded person because you have to be. You can't believe everything. Seeing is believing.
Yeah.
You don't know if this guy has 50. He can just be saying, yeah. Now he got your phone number. Yeah, he's calling you up later.
He's like, no, for real.
You want that 50,000?
Right.
Man, you slide on over here.
Right.
We had madness.
Yeah.
But I feel you though. It gets like that too in just ordinary life. I was having a conversation with one of our guests that's here today, and we were talking about teams, building teams, and as much as we try to do things by ourselves, sometimes we do need teams.
Absolutely.
But in the midst of having teams, it'd be bullshit.
Almost always.
Almost always, right? And it's like, you think to say, well, I can't let me down. So you don't want to really bring people in because people would get up. You know what I mean? It was like the comedian the other night, me and Ness, we went by the Himmons Auditorium, and this dude said, you just got that dude in your life and he just fucks your life up. You just got this partner and they just fucked everything up. You know what I mean? But we just stay guarded. And I understand even what we do in the podcast, we can use people to run the production or to be the foot soldiers or do X, Y, and Z. But it's just like.
But that's the part. That's almost kind of exactly like what I was speaking on with let me look at what I'm doing right now. Because everyone is a human being and everyone's going to mess up at some point. I mess up. Like, I'll give you a real life example. The landlord was also the Tax Matters partner. And this is true, so I'm going to say it because it's all on paper.
He was the what?
Tax Matters partner. So he was responsible for making sure we paid the taxes. And when the dispute happened, he decided to stop. I didn't know what that meant, or there wasn't like a system created for that. We got shut down by the state. And I'm not embarrassed to say this because it happened. I didn't know. And like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, it's fucked up. I found out because there was a big sign on the door and like nobody gave me the heads up. He wasn't like, hey, by the way, I stopped paying the taxes or making sure we're writing checks. And I'm just like, well, wow, we got shut down. And it's a human experience.
Yeah.
It's what you do afterwards, right? So like someone can like totally do that. And I could have been, oh my God, now I can't do anything. But like, I took responsibility and worked with the state agent, worked on payments and getting everything back on track and did my best and all these things throughout the last 2 years, right? And that experience made me a better, more equipped person.
Yep.
I had a fellow business owner who owns a bar go through a similar experience. And guess what? I was the first person he called.
You know.
And he said, Jamie, please I know you've gone through this before. I'm freaking out. What do I do? And I was like, hey, you're okay.
Right.
It's going to be okay. The state, they're not evil. I know it feels scary. Literally just call them, explain what's happening. They're going to give you options for payment. You're going to have to pay a % down. You're going to have someone who's dedicated to your like case or your account, work with them, tell them exactly what you can and cannot do.
Experience has been your best asset.
Yeah.
Shit,
He
mine
called.
too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was like, it feels horrible and it feels scary, but it is going to be okay. I promise you. He called me back a week later and he was like, thank you. He's like, I did all the things. You're right. We got this going. Did that, did this. I checked up. Done. And yeah, I was like, oh, you got this, dude.
Right.
You know, you got
Isn't
this.
there a way to, isn't there someone that can go to businesses and like help them to get, and you get paid for that? Like, 'cause,
I would
like,
love to do that, actually. It's like a consultant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
so the businesses would have to hire you type thing
Yeah,
for help
yeah.
or whatever.
You went through something to prepare you for the greater. See,
For sure.
yeah, without a doubt. Because
No,
I'm
for
sitting
sure,
here and
yeah.
I'm listening to you, and you have an aspiration for this dream you have, which has multiple entities.
Yeah.
So when you have multiple entities, you have to be very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And see, if you didn't
And
go
that's
through
the
certain
team.
things,
You can't be an
Yeah.
expert at everything.
true that.
And someone along the way is gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
And it's what we do with that. We villainize them and we say, you did this on purpose, you suck. I mean, I
Yeah.
can do that in some place. Like some of the things I think I was like, hey, sir, why you could have told me.
Right.
You know. But also then we still get to like say where do I have control over the situation, what I cannot do, can do. I mean, I've had bartenders make big mistakes before. And it's scary owning your own business because you still are ultimately you have that responsibility.
It's all on you.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can't do it without a team. So then you know your team is going to fuck up at some point. What do you do then?
Right.
You know, and how do you, that shows a lot. I think, I know I've messed up at work, even my new job with Aldi. It's so laborious, dude. I love it, but holy dang. I was like, my feet, they hurt. And I thought I was on my feet a lot already.
Uh-huh.
And, but you know, like we use these big machines, like these
Aldi.
big old forklift machine thingies.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
Hey, look, the whole time I'm thinking you a cashier, but you in the back.
Everything. I'm a cashier. This guy just walked out without paying, and I
Oh, wow.
noticed, but didn't notice as we were laughing, and like didn't realize that the receipt didn't pop up because his card, like, you know, I made a mistake, and I'm like, oh. But again, like my leader, if they would have responded with like animosity or like that I had done it on purpose or like, ooh, how would I have felt? I messed up and I did not do that on purpose, right? I don't know how well or if I would still be there as an employee. I would have been like, or how I would feel right now about my job, you know? So I think like some of this, like, yeah, we get to take the chance. We have a team that we get to practice relying on and having expectations with and training and learning and growing. And somewhere along the way, there's going to be a huge blow up and it's all about like, well, what do we do now?
See, everybody say they want their own business until it comes to managing people. You have to be good at managing people and handling those blow ups. So, like, I'm here, I'm listening to you talk. It sounds like you got very good managerial skills because some people don't like to manage people. I want to have my own business, but I don't feel like dealing with the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dealing with the customers and I don't know, making sure a customer is satisfied, you know, and going up and beyond, you know what I mean? So it's a lot that plays into that managerial style and that learning the roles and all this good old stuff that you're talking about, man. But I can see you being successful. I just want to say for you, for Verns, it's kind of like they gave me my break to DJ there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like I was fresh out of COVID, and I mean, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I learned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, here's a space. You know, you can learn. So Vern's opened the doors for me, and I met people at Vern's. You know, we just like, man. You know, we did get mad at you sometimes. We like, man, they keep telling us to turn our damn music down. Back here. We want to go on the front, like we. Eventually got out in the front though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, but no, you gave people opportunities.
Yeah.
I saw you, and I can say out my own mouth, you gave the opportunities. Folks don't understand that in the business that you have, that you really have to be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kind of legality things like, yeah, you want a DJ. Yeah, it's gonna bring people, but time out.
Yeah.
I don't want no fights.
Right.
Because if there's a fight, I can get fined.
Right.
They can tear this bad boy up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people don't understand it. So can you explain to the folks why you had to move the way you had to move?
Or like
At times.
DJ. Oh yeah. It's just setting the expectation, right? Like you are your business, right?
Right.
You are. And what I teach actually is a value system. I've done a few sessions on it now. You have a value system, which is how you want to show up in the world or with your community. And then you have to live by those values, right? It's just like being honest as your business. So, and you said earlier, not all money is good money.
Not all money is good
So
money. Yeah.
I would rather have a calm, curated, fun space with a DJ where people are enjoying themselves, paying for their cocktails and behaving versus a packed house with a bunch of people and music, but a fight breaks out.
And it looked like rookies 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? See? So like
It was tearing rookies up.
They were.
and we have had fights, but like compared to how long we were there we were there for 4 years, 4 years and some months now. We only had 4.5, like one was, I wouldn't count it as like an actual fight. We only had like 4 fights where we had to actually call the police for and have additional help. Like no one was killed, thank goodness.
Right.
But like that has happened to places.
Right.
So, and again, like that, like leadership part where like, I know people are going to get upset with me. I know that there's going to be differences and there's going to be like not an understanding in some places. It's where can we get to that understanding? So like a lot of times I'm like, that's okay. I want it like this.
Because there was a misconception about you. I don't know if you know.
No. Oh, tell me. Tell me. Oh, go ahead.
People were saying you didn't like black people.
What? Okay. That's right. I don't know.
Like, DJs in here because she don't like black people. And
Okay.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Like,
I'm dating a black guy. It's fine.
that's the same thing I thought.
I thought so.
I didn't say that. That's not the reason I'm not. But like,
Yeah,
what?
right.
Yeah, seriously, man. They was just like, yeah, she don't want, she's, I don't know, man. She's kind of like racist. And I'm just thinking like,
Sorry. Don't,
because I didn't really know you like that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay. I think when I first started there, I may have spoke to you, but I didn't know that you were Jamie, like you had the bar. But I just hear like, yeah, man, she don't really like black. But I'm just like,
so when you're talking to me, you didn't know that it was me, but
Nah.
like, you're right.
and I'm just like,
Funny.
okay. I said,
Same.
her? What are you talking about? But I had to explain to people too, like, hey, listen, man, she has to protect her business. You know what I'm saying? You get a rowdy you get a I can say a rowdy DJ, but you get a DJ
it could be
in
any
there.
DJ. I've had Mexican DJs and they're playing Mexican music all night. I'm like, hi, no,
Right.
like it's not. We're not a Mexican bar.
But
So it's
DJs
the
will play
same-
music that will invoke crowds, and some DJs will bring crowds, and it's not conducive to the environment, and you have regulars there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my regulars are my investment.
Yes.
You other motherfuckers
Are extra.
extra.
And it doesn't need to be extra. Exactly. But that's what I mean. Like when you show up and you have that solid value system, you're like,
Yeah.
I know that the people we attract and that love it here because they love it here, they don't want to just listen to Mexican music all night.
Yeah.
So if I have a DJ that's playing 6 Mexican songs and like only in Spanish in a row, I'm going to go up to him and say, hi, hey, we talked about this. I need you to mix it up.
Yeah.
You know, or same thing like, hey, we talked about the volume. I did tell people, and it wasn't just you guys. I did tell people like, hey, like if people can't talk without screaming over each other, this isn't the space to do that. Like, please. Like, that's why, like, the guests here, the clients we have, the crowd we bring in, they like to dance and they like to socialize.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the space that we've created. So, it had nothing to do about, like, if you're black or not. It's literally like, we can't hear each other. Please turn it down. Or, like, hey, you didn't really listen last time, so I'm not going to book you for a while. Like, honestly, it was about me creating the value system, operating by it. And then, like, if you didn't follow those expectations, I was setting a boundary. I'm like, hey, he's great, but I'm not going to book him for a while because, like, that was stressful. I don't want to have to tell him to turn it down 8 times, you know? Yeah. So
no, but you tried again. You tried. You're a young person. You wanted to make a change. You wanted to make a difference. You wanted a fun atmosphere, but you still had to protect yourself. And like I said, people just can't, because it's not theirs. Mm-hmm. If it's theirs, and they'll understand, like, oh, I got to protect mine. But they didn't. So, because in some instances, I know a guy who had a spot in St. Charles. Business wasn't going so good. All right, I'm going to lift restrictions. Lift the restrictions. Guess what happened? Might get killed.
And that's a real thing. And I'm not even just in the bar scene, like at any type of venue.
So he did it again.
Literally.
He opened up another one at a different location. Had restrictions. Somebody gets killed. He had 2 deaths in his bar within 5 years.
That I can't imagine being him right now. That's crazy.
Somebody be like, "You want to do what again, brother?" Yeah, I don't think so. Like we not
no. For
that's hard.
So is it hard opening up a bar?
I'd say it's hard.
Like getting a liquor license. Like that.
I used to think it felt hard because I was learning.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know what? Elgin has come such a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to see and to be able to hear the conversations that like the leaders in Elgin, so like our councilmen and stuff like that. It's way different than it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, walking into the hearing, so you have to like publicly announce that you are applying for a liquor license. After you apply, you have to post it for X amount of days, and then you have a hearing, which is like the councilmen going around it. You give a presentation. I did, and a lot of times it's preferred that you do like you can do a PowerPoint, you can do like a spreadsheet. You just want to say, hey, this is our intention, this is what we're doing, this is how the business is going to be laid out, similar to when you apply. And 10 years ago, it was like, it sounded very different. You know, it was kind of like more of a negative view from council members and from leaders. This last time when I went for Vern's, totally different. I also work really hard on my connections with the people that I know.
Absolutely.
I do what I say I'm going to do. I don't overpromise. If I can't do something, I'm not going to tell you that I can do it.
Gotcha.
And I've learned that throughout the last however many years, right? So like, I also build trust with not only like my vendors, right? So same thing. If you ask me something and I can't do it, I'm going to say, hey, I can't do it. But it builds trust even when you have to say no. So being in that room and having the council members ask me different types of questions, they were actually excited that we were going to have another bar downtown, and like hearing them say like, oh, do you think that, you know, you might do a brewery too? Because I know you've talked about that before. And I was like, not this time, but I'm glad that you're asking about it. Like, that's great. Versus 10 years ago, they were like, nah, Elgin can't support that, you know? So that's been really cool. That's been really cool to hear and to see and to experience that, like, it's kind of turning over to like more positive conversation.
Do they want, because the Downtown Neighborhood Association is wanting, from my understanding, wanting to get more life downtown Elgin. But there is no space. So like, did they offer you a different location downtown?
So the DNA or the Downtown Neighborhood Association.
Did I say it wrong? I said network.
No,
No, you said
right.
it. You
I
said
said it.
downtown
Okay.
association.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't want to say that the whole time. So I'm saying the
Gotcha.
DNA. The DNA. The DNA. They're wonderful, but that is not their role. Is to facilitate and to help, to guide, and to make sure that we have resources, which is amazing. And they problem solve, and you can call them, and they're like helping with different programs getting off the ground. But a lot of the spaces in Elgin are privately owned. So like my landlord, for example, like he owns that building. The city cannot come in and say, you have to lease the space to Jamie.
Right.
They can't, and neither can the DNA.
Right.
So like that has been a huge issue in Elgin, where like these private owned spaces, they're privately owned. So the city does not get to say what happens to it outside of normal building restrictions. Like the building can come and say, sir, you need to fix this because it's broken. But they cannot say, you need to rent to someone who has a cool idea.
Right.
So
Got you.
and that's kind of the issue. Like that standard thing that you talked about with like how your friend had restrictions but then like
Right.
lowered them.
Right.
Think of it the same way as a city. Like I love barbershops. We have so many barbershops, right? When you
Right.
want to see maybe like something else in one of them. Like same idea. Like, are we lowering the restrictions of cool ideas, or are we just doing what's easy? Another barbershop. Because that landlord knows that person's gonna say yes, It's kind of like catch-22. We don't get to say, and also like landlords are gonna do whatever's the easy route or what's coming to them. So then we have to try to attract more businesses of a different kind, right? We have to try to attract more bar owners to want to open up here,
Right.
and then fit them in the right spaces when that is available. So it's like this whole big, it's a lot.
It's
Right.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
I'm on the promotions committee for the DNA. So like we just released a bunch of videos in a series that we made. So like again, to try to attract people to the Elgin area and to be like, yeah, come here and we have good things. We'll also attract more.
We do, but it's spread out, right? But if you go down to St. Charles, if you go to St. Charles, Geneva, Batavia, they're on the strip. Everything is on the strip. So why should I have to leave my town to go put money in another town? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But that's what they're forcing us to do. So
I have a theory that I've been working on that
talk to me. What's your
I think
theory?
you guys might agree, because whenever I tell someone, they're always like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So something we're doing at the DNA, right, with the videos that we're promoting. I think for a long time, Elgin, when you see Elgin promoting itself or like any kind of advertisement, it's always around living in Elgin.
Right.
And it's like showcasing the building, like the tower. I remember when the tower building was being done. It's like, live in the tower building because the tower building is so cool. But we haven't really focused on the opposite of that. So then what happens if you attract someone based on the building?
You just get people based on the building. They just
The
want
building.
that.
That's it.
The building.
So then they get to downtown Elgin. They're like, oh, this is such a cool building. It's a historical concept. It's all redone. It looks cool. Now they're in Elgin. And then what do?
Nothing.
They spend their money outside of Elgin.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what we're kind of working on now, and what I've been really like saying, and what we're saying over and over, stop advertising Elgin based on live here. Just advertise what Elgin literally already is and already has, and you will attract people that want to live here because of what it has, and will then automatically spend that money in Elgin.
Yeah.
Right? So if we say, hey, we have a great, like El Patio is a great restaurant, Biter is a great cafe, Sugar and Rhyme is a great cafe. If we start advertising like, hey, Elgin is art and cafe and this really nice place and the river and the library, like start focusing on that, then you're going to attract someone. When they see that, they're like, oh yeah, they're not so excited about what building they live in,
Right.
but they're so excited about the library
Yeah.
and
The Riverwalk.
and the restaurant. So then what are they going to do when they get here? They're going to go to the
Look for it, yeah.
library. They're going to spend money at the restaurant. Yeah, they're
Right,
going to.
literally.
Yeah.
And that's what we do a lot here, especially we've been trying to push that a lot. It's just the events that goes on in Elgin. It's just promote to get everyone to understand and see. Because I know at least a lot of my friends and my generation don't know, and it's hard to find it. You know, a lot of people don't follow Elgin on Facebook, or got the notifications through email, because I got the I'm subscribed to the Downtown Association.
Yeah, they send that the little highlight.
Yes, every Thursday. So like,
have you seen that switch though in the last year? They used to just give the updates, and now they list all of the events and they list the highlights, and they have it like
one thing that I wish though is that the events would be promoted a little bit sooner, because I feel like sometimes I get the events the weekend of, or even the day of, like, because if it comes out on Thursday, there are some places that have stuff that Wednesday, or that, well, I guess then you're waiting to the next week, to go to it then. Or even I've been on there sometimes where the event is that day, or it's that Friday, and it's like, I wish I knew it sooner, So I wish that could kind of be like announced a little bit sooner. But other than that, it's a great site. It's a great site. So all I try to do is I save the photos, post it. I swear every time. Because that's the goal, is to get people to understand that there's stuff here for us to do, for us to be in these spaces and bring light to it. Period.
Without a doubt.
Love that.
So people want to know, like, one door closed and another door opens up. You see yourself establishing another bar here or elsewhere?
Here, I've had people already reach out to like offer spaces in St. Charles and other places, and that feels great, because I know that like the structure and the community and the systems, right, that we've created can be done somewhere, and I know that it would make good money. But that's not the point. Like, I've literally never made really great money at Vern's for myself, because it's not the point. It will one day, and I won't have to worry about things. But like, the point has been to build on top of our community already. And that's how come we got so much joy out of it, right? Like, that's why you get to have like the cool experiences and like try different things. And there's a lot of things that we tried that did not end up so well. Like, there's been events where like, oh, we only sold 5 tickets. That's cool. Well, we'll try it again. And there's so I don't know. I'm going to exhaust every possible thing that I possibly can to stay in Elgin, preferably downtown Elgin, before I would even consider moving outside of Elgin.
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask, what has been your favorite event hosted at Vern's?
At Vern's, I love when people have their birthday parties there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Like a random Monday, yes. You want a party and it's Tuesday? Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
No, I used to love like I think I will say every year I really looked forward to throwing someone's birthday party, because it was like really special for me to like show them how appreciated they were.
Oh, okay.
And so then I kind of like was always then excited that other people did that too.
Okay.
Then I saw friends really having beautiful birthday parties there. And my friend Tamala, she always has her birthday party there every year. Actually, so I'll tell you guys, once we got the news that we were being evicted, I had to pay. We only had 3 days to move everything out.
They gave you no. 3 day?
No. We had more. We had like a week and a half or something. But Tamala's party, her birthday party,
it had to happen.
There's no way I'm canceling Tamala's birthday party. I was like,
hey, big up to Tamala. Tamala, oh my God, she's the bartender, man.
She really is.
Jesus Christ, that girl be pouring drinks. She was at the hangout. She was at she's at the Martini Room now, right? Yeah, go see Tamala, man. She at the Martini Room, man. Word up. There's something that's very interesting about you that I had to scratch my head on, right? Because you used to work at the Martini Room, right?
Yes, yeah.
But you would promote the Martini Room.
Absolutely.
You are like a.
What's wrong with that?
She has her own facility.
Oh.
You had your own bar, but you would promote things at the Martini Room.
Absolutely.
You're like a unicorn, dude. nobody does like.
Yeah,
I can't
nobody is doing that.
I can't see somebody like come to Lincoln Avenue like, yo, we got a barbershop up the street. Y'all mind hanging this up? We got $5 cuts on Mondays. Just
Fuck out of here. No, for real.
I would, you're so cute.
For real. Fuck no.
But that says a lot about you.
No, seriously.
You don't. You
Seriously.
like, yo, the table is big for all of us
Yes.
to sit down at.
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
It
Up
is
to you,
different
man.
vibes too. We spoke on that a lot. Like when it comes to just because spaces do the same thing, it still be different vibes. Like it is a totally different vibe at Martini Room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
folks be gatekeeping like a mother. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Hey, where the party? You Jamie, like, hey man, go over there. You know, whatever.
Right.
We could pass it. I ain't never seen nothing that Martini Room say. Yeah, go around the corner to Vern. I mean,
If Tamala does, she would be like,
yeah.
but after they have drinks there, she'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, well now you can go to Burns. No, she's great about it.
Y'all
But
was open later than the Martini
yes.
Room. Yeah.
No, she would send people there all the time. And truly, that is the point for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a bar that just opened that I love. It's called The Dive. And the
Yeah.
owners are great. I love them. Go to The Dive.
Go to the dive.
They're
It's
fun.
right there
Yeah, I
on
love
the
the
corner of
dive.
Douglas. It's on the corner of what's that?
I don't know, by the old post
Grove
office.
Grove and Highland.
Highland.
It's like on
Yeah.
the corner. Yeah.
It's right out around the corner. There's parking
across
across
the
the
street from the post
street.
office.
Yep.
Mhm.
Love them. The owners are great. Their family works there. They're fun. It's so
The
cool.
DJ be bussing. He be playing different stuff.
It gets busy. I don't go there on those days because I'm like, too busy right now. for
Yeah,
me."
yeah. It do get tight in there.
Right now.
It do get tight in there.
My nervous system is like on overload. So I'm like, let me just not. But they have cool events too. And yeah, when they opened, same thing. I was like, dude, go to The Dive. And the thing is, everywhere's different.
Mhm.
You're going to get a different experience.
Mhm.
I trust that you love my cocktails and my bartenders and my ambiance just as much as you love The Dive.
Mhm.
Now let me ask this, because you done said cocktails one too many times. Is there really a difference in them? Because so everybody makes lemon drops different. Everybody
Yes.
really.
Yes.
I thought a
Yeah.
lemon drop is like a can of Coke is a can of Coke.
No.
Like, no.
Really though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same ingredients,
Yeah.
right?
No.
No. Not the same hand. Not the same hand. No.
Like at Burnt, we didn't use any premixes, like Long Island's by hand, mojitos by hand, like everything by hand.
Mhm.
We made all of our infused syrups, like even our lemon drop. So our lemon drop is made with like lemon juice.
Don't give out your secrets
Okay.
now. Somebody going, yeah, you could. Yeah, you said we got.
Well,
It's a drink.
even that, I literally, this
I
one
don't even
lady messaged me about our dip. My sister's, it was called Jen's Dip because we were named it after her, and it's like this jalapeno dip. I gave the recipe to this lady because when we closed, she's like, "I'm so sad, I'm not gonna get to have it." I'm like,
We
"Here's
gonna
the
have to have a
recipe."
conversation after this. man.
Yeah, I didn't know what
It's
was
some
on
things you
that
just
pizza.
can't share now. Seriously, you just,
Yeah.
Jamie, your heart is too damn big.
But
But that's a blessing.
Yeah.
People try to use your kindness for a weakness. We can go get it from Jamie, man. She don't mind.
Like you don't mind.
all of a sudden, Jen's Dip everywhere
Yeah,
in your
Jen.
nearest grocery store. Damn it,
Yep, and they ain't gonna give you no type of percentage off that.
it's okay.
And you just no, it's not okay.
I'm like, look, Jen,
You
you're
about to tell them how you made your lemon drop. Did y'all have the best lemon drops downtown Elgin?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
Damn it, I
biased.
missed it.
They're so good.
What's to a lemon drop? Because I'm always hearing
just
about lemon
good.
drops.
It's so good. Very simple and fresh.
It is like fresh and it's
I love it.
like sweet and tangy because you get
yes.
the sugar on the
It
rim.
just
and
seemed
the
like it's
lemon.
just so little drink. I need a drink. Like,
Had you seen our lemon drops? That's the same thing too. Like our lemon drops. If Dane made them, oh my gosh,
So what's the difference though between a lemon drop shot and a lemon drop martini?
the volume,
Oh,
just how much
the
you
volume.
get. Yeah.
so could
Does
one
it seem
lemon
like
drop get you where you need to go?
Is it more often or more common for people to get the shot or
Yeah.
something? Oh, okay.
I think
or maybe it started that way.
I think lemon drop. I don't know. That's a good question. I think lemon drop shot definitely is known better than like a lemon drop martini.
Okay.
But like then if you can make one, you can.
I'm gonna
make
have to
the other.
try that.
Do it.
But I need to get it in a regular glass. I can't have it.
Order it. I want to see what they say. Just order it.
I
Like, can
think
I
I
get
went to the
5 lemon drop
martini
shots,
room
please?
one time and I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I ain't even gonna lie, right? So I seen some stuff. I'm like, okay, this sounds good. I said, man, can I get it in like a regular cocktail type glass? Not the girly type glass. I'm a grown ass man at the bar and I got a damn martini glass. Nah, man,
Sipping
come
on
on,
the thin
man.
glass.
Don't do me like that, man.
I always got questions.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you because you said a while ago that you date black men. Does size matter?
Oh my God. Girl.
I'm curious. I've been taking a poll.
A poll.
Kind of water.
No.
Right, I agree. It's just
I'm having
the
this
motion in the
conversation with you
ocean,
'cause
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Actually, know what they doing. I got another question.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to give men gifts for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
I do.
Right? Yeah. That's what. No. I was agreeing just to agree, but no.
I got something for you. I'm gonna give you
Wait,
something.
you don't give gifts on Valentine's Day?
No.
Okay, well. Oh, I thought you were gonna give her a gummy bear.
No,
I'm like,
I'm-
that's so sweet.
I'm gonna give Vanessa something because clearly
And I got another question.
Yes.
None today.
'cause she,
You want me to give this to her?
I think this jar should be empty. On the contrary, because Vanessa don't give a fuck.
But
That's what we love her.
They say men have Sweetest Day though. So what do you do on Sweetest
Oh,
Day?
I don't do sweet. Do I do Sweetest Day?
Sweetest Day is made up, right?
Yeah,
That's what I said.
I
It's
think
made
so.
up. It is made
I
up.
forget about it all the time. Like I definitely have done it in the past when I'm like feeling like I'm like, oh, Sweetest Day, but
Jamie,
I
don't fall for that.
no Sweetest
Don't fall
Day.
for that madness that Vanessa is talking.
like, no.
Yeah, you said so. That's what we own. This?
No, I'm just playing.
No, you ain't.
No
you ain't.
Sweetest Day.
Let me tell you something about Vanessa. I learn something new every week about Vanessa. Vanessa B. We gonna give Vanessa B her own segment. That's what
Do
she,
it.
you know, her own fucking segment.
I just got
Those are
questions.
things.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, straight out the
I got
gate.
another question.
Okay.
Have you ever crashed out?
What's crashed out me?
Like, have you ever done something crazy for somebody that you was messing with?
Yes.
You mind explaining?
Slid his door past.
Well, my version of crash out when I was like super young. Well, I was like super young. When I was in my 20s, I dated this guy and he like habitually cheated on me. It was horrible. And I did like go to the whole like throw the bed out because you fucked her on it. And he did. You want to know it was really fucking shitty though? He did. And his roommate at the time was like, hey man, can I get that mattress?
I need that. Y'all paying.
He was like, yeah, you can. So then he went. And I found it was back in the house and I fucking lost my shit. I was like, so yes, I have
He
crashed
fucked
out.
on the bed.
Man,
Oh, he was horrible.
it was traumatizing.
He could have went somewhere else.
Traumatizing. Yeah. So I have
So is cheating a no-go for you?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like emotionally cheating as well. Like, nope.
What's
You-
emotional cheating?
I feel like it's whenever you have to hide or lie things and you can't have that open conversation with your partner
Oh yeah.
and it continues. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, thank you.
Yeah. You clearly knowing you're doing something you ain't got no business doing.
Right. If you can't talk to me about it, or I had to find out that you hid it, lied about it, minimized, like made it so it's not the big deal that it was, or like
Mhm.
omitted it on purpose, yeah, that's cheating. Like
Yeah,
that's
no,
a
for
whole don't.
No, for real.
Yeah.
I used to have this man used to be like, you asked if I fucked her on the couch, but we fucked on the bed. I used to be like, what the fuck?
I
just
don't like-
I'm having fun. Oh my
What are
God.
we saying? What are we saying? No, for real. Men be like,
You gotta love her.
crazy.
Hey, but it's all
Hey,
real.
wait, we ain't just gonna get on the men, women get down too. You feel me? You know.
I got another
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
Would you sell feet pics if the price is right?
No. I have been asked before.
Why?
I don't know, because it's my feet.
Oh my god.
I sell them goddamn feet pics.
So the guy
Toes. You know, I played sports, so my toes. I would have to go get like
I do have
polish on
feet.
my toenails. You heard me?
I just like
they
that
say
they're
people
like,
use
I got
the
cute
feet pics just as they do nudes, like jack off to it and all of that.
Yeah. I think that's why though. I think that like for me, I'm like,
For real.
I know what you're doing with them, so no.
Right. I remember you said
Time out. You know,
And
because
also,
y'all
my
focusing
feet
on
are
the
cute.
guys. Okay, so y'all sell a pic of y'all feet, and y'all saying the guys. So what is it that the ladies
Oh, I said no.
indulge in?
Oh, that we want from
yeah,
the men?
yeah. What do you guys? Yeah,
The money.
Talk about-
The money.
That is-
I don't know what else.
I'm over here like,
That
please,
y'all do, that be
partner,
like,
please. Can
what
I
if
have
you
one of
start
those?
Let me have that.
Getting some I don't know, some thong draws or something.
You know what turns me
Not
on? Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
For real. Not for real. That is so simple, but a lot of niggas
So
don't wear that.
simple.
A lot of niggas
like-
don't wear that. I got another question.
Okay.
This is more easier. Do you believe in going 50-50?
50-50 as like all the
Bills.
household bills and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a cliche question.
No, I mean, I think I've yes and no. I'm trying to like be in the no space right now. My whole life I've paid like my own bills or like did the 50-50 or did mine and yours.
Mm-hmm.
You sponsor the dude?
I
Look, play as fuck.
I thought you said it's supposed to be an easier question.
Play as fuck.
So like
Damn.
yeah, I'm trying to see if to be in the other space, right? And then maybe I don't agree with that anymore.
Right,
Space,
like
you know?
where you-
No.
where you pay it.
I wonder
Same
how my
thing.
life would be like if I got sponsored. I'm sorry, man. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, man, if I get sponsored, like, do I gotta ask for permission for things? Like you, if
No, for
if
real.
somebody's sitting here taking care of me, I as a man, I always be like, can I get something to eat?
That's low, but for real.
You have to ask, like, you know what I'm saying?
They be flickering, they be baby cooking.
Mama, you might as well call your
What we
mama.
eating for dinner?
Yeah, you what you gonna make dinner tonight? What you gonna make? You know,
Right, no,
like,
for real.
like what contribution do you have to life?
To be sponsored. No, for real.
Man, God.
I mean, I think for me, it was a thing that wasn't like mutual. I think it kind of like leaned in, like he lost his job and then I was just there and I'm like, okay, I got it. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'll pay for it. You ain't got it. It was just like, just fell into that circle. Do you got to make more or does he got to make more?
I have traditionally always made more in like the relationships that I've had, but I also like in the spaces I like in my brain, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm pay for it. And I feel fine. And I feel really like okay that I can and like wasn't resentful over it. And now I'm like, I don't even know what it feels like to like have the opposite. Does that make sense? That's why I'm like during the relationship, I was never like, fuck you, I'm paying for everything. It was kind of like, I'm just normalized for me. And so then now, like I said, with the whole burn thing, like receiving help has been really hard for me. And I didn't realize how much until like I started, people were showing up to help me move things. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. And they're like, no, of course. And then like, I'm seeing a guy who like pays for everything. And I'm like,
now that blew your mind, didn't it?
Like, he sent, you know, and I in the space I'm at, I'm just so not used to it. Like he sent me $100, $150 to get my nails done. I was like,
oh, he trying to want to be your mind.
No,
okay. My next is
What he
like,
doing?
what are you doing?
No,
He's
for real.
No, I'm just kidding.
grooming you.
No, for real. Getting you prepared.
Be fixed.
Okay, well, this is another question.
Really? It was for the feet pics. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
if you got $100 off of feed pics, hey, I would send them motherfuckers 3 times.
When I first checked for feet pics, I ain't never looked back. I ain't gonna lie to
And she
you.
was like, wait a minute. She looked at
Swear to God.
I just got this for
Swear
a
to
picture.
God.
So funny.
You
I
gonna go
love
out and
this.
invest
Keep
in a
asking
better
me
camera with a
questions.
good lens and everything.
No, for
Man, look.
But I do have another question. Speaking on that, that you're talking to some guy. Have you ever messed around with someone that at the bar? Have you ever had a one night stand?
Damn.
Have I ever had a one night stand?
Yeah, from the bar.
No.
Wow.
Dang.
Boring. I was in a relationship. I was in a very committed relationship that I was excited about.
Okay.
You trying to get her beat up, ain't you?
Shut up.
hey, look, when you asked that question, probably her ex stood and sat in his seat like,
Right. Together while Bird was there.
Taking this at all right now. It's fine.
one of his partners is.
Because that actually would seem pretty lit though. Like at the bar, just lit. Drunk.
Well, let me ask
I've never
y'all
had
this. Okay, because y'all females. I mean, does that really happen in clubs? Like the going to the bathroom and boom boom, the ooh la la session?
Yeah.
I heard it
Have
happen.
you ever had?
Hey, listen, I heard it happen at bars.
Doesn't mean I've never had it.
Yeah, I heard it happen at
Also, I was
Burns.
in a committed relationship, so
Yeah.
like,
Have you ever had to
Yeah.
catch somebody doing that? Like being too inappropriate?
I didn't, but I had bartenders catch people doing that. Yeah, I think someone broke our sink one time in the bathroom because of it. I'm just speculating.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I didn't walk in on anyone, but people have.
I heard the horror stories.
I'm
I swear to
sure.
God, like they
I'm
was
sure
like,
there
"Man,
are
somebody was
some."
at Burns in the bathroom." I'm like, "There's that." I swear to God, I'm
But
like, it's in the movies.
I was bartending at Martini Room one time, and they're on the sofa, and I'm just like, "Hi, this isn't exactly a family establishment, but it's still
Wow.
a public
Right,
establishment.
no, for
Can you
real.
not? It happens everywhere."
No, for
So
real.
Ness, you said like this type of activity does take place. Like girls meet a guy on the dance floor, and next thing you know, they lip locking, and boom, they kick the bathroom door open.
I've never seen
like-
it
like-
with that, but I've seen girl on girl for sure.
Like who the fuck sits on the toilet bowl? Like how does that happen? Like
It was the sink.
the sink? Like won't you be in a stall or something? Like
If you in the
I'm
stall,
sorry.
kick
It
it
looks like I'm pointing at the
I'm
stream.
trying
I'm
to
pointing
get
at
a
you over there
visual.
laughing, ma'am.
Not a
I
visual.
just
Yeah.
Kick the door open, slam that bad boy closed.
No, you gotta be some risky motherfucker to be in the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen girl on girl for sure.
In the girls' bathroom.
Kick
If
your leg
I
up.
ever walked in the bathroom, I seen two dudes. I did.
Would you say anything or would you walk away?
I probably think that I was in the wrong club, like I or the bar, whatever. I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've seen girls in the guy's bathroom pissing. That's That's often. You see that often,
Because
like
it's like the line is too long or something.
girls' lines is way too long. You got a girl walking
I
out.
guess that makes sense.
Yeah, man, that is. Vanessa, you are.
I got another question.
Oh,
It's a little stupid. I was gonna save it for like somebody else, but would you date a man that could do the splits?
Yes.
Why?
Wait, is that why?
I don't know. Why flexible?
where did that come from? Like, what?
Then it makes you think about his balls, how big his balls is to be able to do the splits.
I love where your brain went. Mine went to he must work out and stretch, so maybe he takes really good care of his body. He must be really fit and sexy and fine. And you're like, his balls.
Literally. To be able to split and just be able to sit there. I mean, not the ball splitting, but they go just sit there. I don't know.
Oh, that.
When I saw that, I'm like, hell no.
Where do you get these questions from?
Who the heck? Hey, man, whatever.
Where did
It be my friends. They be
wonder
like,
what-
you should ask this.
They got conflicted thoughts. They got
No,
tell them
for real.
take their ass to bed and their algorithm is messed completely up
That's funny.
because
One more.
Yeah.
But it's more of a scenario.
okay,
Look at you. Okay.
I gotta sit on the edge of my seat for this.
But it's okay. It's okay. Relax. Why is it that women could take men when they have a baby on the side compared to men accepting a woman being pregnant?
That's not true.
Think so?
That's 100% not true.
So men are acceptable of a woman being pregnant by somebody else?
If he want that woman, yeah. He don't care. Especially if she's sponsoring him.
Really? No, for real. Take care of me and the baby.
Look. The kids
the
got
baby.
eat, right?
No,
He
for
got
real.
the kids fruit snacks. She got good wicks. She got the juicy juices and the cereals.
I guess. It
killing
just
you.
always seems like it's different because physically we're physically carrying the child, and physically you have to see me every day carrying this child, compared to if you have another woman somewhere else and you leave to go, cater to the doctor's appointments or whatever. I don't physically have to see that.
Now,
So it seems like women be more acceptable.
this is
What I be seeing.
this was a conversation we had, I believe, at the barbershop. And I don't think that I don't see why a pregnant woman would get into a relationship. I don't see why a guy would get into a relationship with a pregnant woman. That doesn't make sense.
Women be very vulnerable when they're pregnant.
That's crazy.
Very vulnerable, very horny.
Damn, who was I having this conversation with? And I said the
For
same
real.
thing. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that?
Situations be fucked up. I know
Nah,
plenty of women that has. I ain't condoning it because I
you was
really think it
pregnant-
is
you was
weird.
pregnant at one point in time.
Yeah, and
But-
niggas was on me like trying to freak, and I think that's where it comes from. When if I wasn't in a tight relationship with my children's father, sorry, then it would have been probably different for me. I probably would have been vulnerable, lonely, just in my own head. You know what I mean? And then
I
now I
think
got this attention. I'm not saying I would, because I personally think that's gross. Like to just be
That is
pregnant
hella
and then
gross.
to be fucking with somebody else. But I can understand the emotions of it all. Like being pregnant and being by yourself, that's just nerve-wracking. You want affection, you want all of that.
I was going to say it's a connection. Nobody want. I mean,
Yeah.
Jamie, you
That
don't
was-
have children, do you?
I do not. I was pregnant though.
You want kids.
I do.
Yeah. I heard of that story today.
Hmm?
Yeah. Somebody told me a story.
What the hell?
Yeah. We had to talk about that offline. Like, Jamie, like, who?
Right, tell her business.
Somebody want to be a surrogate. Surrogate Paul.
Somebody gonna give you
I'm
their
so-
sperm, girl. That's
Hey,
what you
listen,
said.
if you, I'm teasing, I'm joking with. I just want to get a reaction.
I'm
Okay.
like, what? Who?
Yeah. Ness, hold on. Wait a minute. Back up for a second. If she pregnant, my question is, why is she lonely? She's pregnant.
mean, you can't control it.
Where is the dude that
No,
she's pregnant?
I was gonna say maybe you're asking about the guy and where'd he go?
No, for
Because if he gone and you pregnant, something happened. Maybe I don't know if it happened with him. I don't know if it's her, something, whatever. Why is he gone?
can't control that.
Right.
He gone. Fuck him.
I would be
Listen,
so.
if he gone and you knocked up, I don't think your mind frame should be trying to get into another relationship.
No, but at the same time, what I say all the time, when a woman's done, she's done. So ain't no telling what led up to him leaving or being gone. Nigga, bye. And then especially leaving while I'm pregnant, I probably would disconnect like a motherfucker. Like,
I was just
you left me
so hard.
while I'm pregnant?
Yeah.
That's insane. You're done.
Hey, what old girl say, man?
Get over one, you get on to the next one.
Only thing she got left is
That's
the only
for
thing she
real.
got
You
to
haven't
show
tried
us
it.
some kids, huh?
It's for real. It works. It works, girl.
When a woman's fed up,
Literally.
no matter how you feel.
Literally. Are you single now, Jamie?
I am dating someone.
Okay.
This is entertainment purposes only, okay? Don't take every. No. 'Cause the reason why I say that, man, because brothers be crashing out. They hear certain things, man, which is entertainment. Because what you don't want is a man in an emotional state. You get a man in an emotional state, it's gonna be problems.
We don't want no emotional man. He
He
need to go home.
You want your man to be logical. If you catch a man
if
and
you
he's
gotta filter
emotional,
what you gotta say to cater to somebody, then that means you
Hey.
shouldn't be with them. Because if what you saying is something that's reflecting your character, then the problem is you.
no,
I
well,
don't wanna be with you if
they
you
can be
talk and
saying
think like
something
that.
that's not truthful and just for shits and giggles, but
Oh no.
people can't handle it. It happens all the time. You
Jamie,
know what
put your
I'm
right
saying?
hand up. say I would tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
I tell the truth. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but I do tell the truth.
I'm gonna bleep that part out. 'Cause I ain't trying to- Like she was all
Robbie?
bananas talking shit. Yeah.
Roby,
What happened?
put your hand. Look at you.
I swear to tell the fucking lie if I have to. Hey,
Oh
straight
my
up,
God.
there's a left-handed one. You ain't know that? I swear to tell lie if I fucking have to. Seriously.
Didn't know that.
Same face, yeah.
People-
Listen, do you tell your kids the truth all the damn time? They say, "Mama, you got $2," and you be like, "Hell no!" But you do got $2, just not for them.
Right.
See?
Well,
Hey.
you can say that. No, I'm the type of person to like, not for you. Seriously, I like it's
No,
so bad.
for real.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, when why y'all women is indecisive. So if we like y'all, be like, "Y'all hungry?" Like, "Yeah." You want to go here? No. Then where you want to go? I don't know. What's up with that?
That's the true thing.
Because we
'Cause-
don't know.
Sometimes like for me, sometimes I'm not hungry right now, but I know I'm gonna be hungry. So I'm like, yeah, because like you gotta understand the mental process of all of this. It's like, am I hungry? That hungry right now? No, I'm gonna be hungry. Yes. Because by the time we decide and we get there, I'm gonna be hungry. But that doesn't mean I know exactly right now what I want to eat. So then I have to think harder. I'm like, just make a decision. Right, exactly. So you make a decision. So I don't have to think that hard all the time.
No, for real.
Have you ever been in a situation when a guy took you guys out and had a nice meal and y'all went back to his place and you had gas real bad
Oh my God.
from the meal that you just ate?
Yes, but I definitely like, you know how when you wake up and you got to use the bathroom, and I was with him, and so like I had to cut the fan on, I had to smoke a blunt, all types of shit.
In the bathroom while you
Yeah.
you about to blow the house up. You don't I always Jamie laughing, she's like, "Hell yeah, as hungry as I was, taking potatoes and those chips, I love that shit up."
Sometimes
And I had that sauce was with them shits. Man, you told your home, bitch.
I would fart in front of
What?
you. Stopped.
You want to break up with a motherfucker? He would break. Hey, he's gone. Done.
Nobody
Finito.
ever broke up with me.
And you farted in front of them?
Yeah.
Hell,
As long as you say excuse me, you good. As long as you say excuse me, you good.
bro, you just can't be 10 off, man.
Right. You can't just be fine. You gotta be like a little cute.
What if you're asleep?
Then I can control that.
You fake it like you.
Technically, it doesn't count.
I ain't hear it. You talking about I'll sleep.
Because I always wondered, like, because like you go on dates,
Right.
you go on dates, and you're like, man, okay, you really can't eat like how you want to eat.
Right.
if
And I
you
really hate the dating phase.
I
Uh-huh.
eat. the
How
way
has
I
it
wanna
been
eat.
treating you? Because 2025 dating has been tough to find the one that you are currently interested in. Did it take a while to get there?
I'm still. Yes, and part of that is I'm still like really wanting to be in a good space from that last serious relationship I was in, right? So there's like a lot of grief and a lot of like understanding and a lot of moving through things and like the guy that I'm seeing now, he's very understanding of it. I'm honest to a fault where I'm like, you signed up for this. I'm still going through things and like it all will be okay. Like I
Right.
just have to live in the space that I'm in now
Mm-hmm.
and make really good decisions based on like what I want to go through. So like that's part of that telling the truth thing, right? Like I'm not lying to you. That way we're always on the same page. And at any
Mhm.
time, if it does not work, then it's not. And
Right.
there's no like high or like expectations that haven't been talked about, right?
Mhm.
So that it has not been as fun
Right. I could imagine.
on top
What
of closing the
For you
business.
women,
Imagine.
what are deal breakers?
Ooh.
Physically?
No, like dating wise,
Dating wise.
Oh,
I have one.
go ahead. Oh,
If this is like taboo, it's gonna be. I'm nervous to say it. If someone watches porn, and it's a big change of.
You don't watch porn?
I haven't in like 3 years.
Why?
She's been saved.
I don't want to judge.
No. It just created a lot of issues, and like I can see it as like a tool, and I'm not like opposed to like all the things, but also so like
to trigger kind of.
It caused issues. It wasn't something that was open, and I've just seen similar patterns with the people that I've dated, and I did date this guy for a while, and I was like, hey, this is my one non-negotiable. I was like,
so you upfront with it?
Upfront. I was like, I love this connection. I think this is great. I just got out of XYZ. I'm not looking for this. If that's your thing, cool. But like, no. Like, I'll send you things. Like, what do you need? Like, do you want a portfolio? Got you. Like,
You sure? You got a whole file?
Right. So if you would
But she didn't answer
prefer,
that.
She said right.
She curved it.
would you prefer like to make a mental connection with a different body type, a different person, like all these things, but like not also cultivate the relationship that we have and the what's going on in our bedroom and stuff? Like, no, it's a no for me. And if you can't be open or like let me know what that feels like for you, like if someone's like, hey, I didn't know that was going to be such a big thing for me. Maybe I need some time or to work through it. Cool. I'm okay with all of those conversations. What I'm not okay with is someone lying to me about it while also the other spaces struggle.
Right.
And I've seen that pattern over and over. And so since I got really stuck on it, I started doing all this research on it. And actually if you start doing research on like porn and how addictive it is, the culture that it creates, it's like the number 3 highest trafficking system, like where they traffic like it's sex traffic and stealing kids and shit like that, like, but it's not talked about because it is so taboo, right? And it even feels taboo like saying this, right? Like I'm like I'm shaking a little bit.
No
But it's true. Like if you need that source for like external validation to be able to like get into space without being able to create a connection between me and you, then it's a no. Because I just know right there that you're like dependent on it.
We've talked about this a lot here. Where sometimes people will be in a relationship and have these feelings of needing things sexually and not being open with their partner about it. So you're saying a no for you is not involving you in that sexual.
Right. Yeah.
Got you.
What do you mean by that?
Because like what I've said plenty of times, I've had a situation where I was dating someone, and when I went through his phone, he was talking to like on an app or whatever where people were watching him jack off. And that was the thing of other people watching him jack off. And I was kind of upset because I'm like, I can watch you do that. Like, why you just wasn't open and honest about it or whatever.
Absolutely.
It wasn't the thing that you were doing. It's
the transparency, the hey, like everybody has their things, right? And I agree.
Yeah.
Like I think the porn falls along with that if like you can't
everybody
be open.
got their own vice, huh?
I personally love porn.
Yeah.
It's like my top like thing of getting off, I want to say. But I'm definitely gonna look into it because like those facts, like I like to know facts about deeper about things. Like, you know, like when you know the owner don't like black people, you're not gonna go there. So you know what I mean? It's stuff like that.
I don't mean to laugh in a mean way, but I'm like, that was so strange of a question for me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Deal breaker for you.
I don't know, because I feel like I'm just so understanding. Spending money on other people.
Ooh.
It's also toe to toe with having kids. You can't have kids.
I can't reach back here and push this button.
What? What?
Can't have kids. You know how old we are?
And you know how many men don't have children still?
Yeah.
So
young boys.
What I tell you? What I just tell you last week?
So you gonna get yourself in the
situation. What I tell you last week?
You gonna get yourself? Yeah, you told me last week. But I'm gonna tell you.
I like the young boys these days. The young boys know how to flip you, twist you. and going about their day. So it is what it is. That's what it is.
I'm gonna have a sit down conversation with your mom.
Spending money on people, like I feel like I could be
sense. Like if you're, I mean, I think all of those things are like just as valid as like the watching the porn or like, you know, or like
you can't tell me what I'm supposed to accept just because you accept it.
Right. And then when you make that request of like, hey, this isn't okay with me, and then to keep doing it or to like find ways around it, right? Like you just be honest, like, oh no, what if that person was like, oh, well, I really enjoy actually like spending money on this person because that's how I show them that they're my friend. And, you know, how can I make it more special for you?
Right.
Like, what does that look like for you? Right. That needs to be there. And a lot of times
He sound like a trick, but
people don't do that. They just go around it.
That's the deal breaker. Like, I feel like I could be a little understanding when it comes to like having sex. I feel like men they just be fucking. Like, it's not so emotional with them. Like
Women do too.
they could go to work, get their dick sucked, and then go home and just be like, whatever or whatever. Like, okay, but I feel like it takes so much more for men to spend what they've earned. So
no, it's the total opposite.
some very minimal where men would use it maybe as a way to get the pee. A lot of times they would use that to get it. And that's still an issue for me. Like you're a trick. Like you're spending money, you're buying it. Like
no,
what?
a man shows his love by gifting the woman. If he deals with you,
so you're in love. So now you're getting emotional.
No, there's a difference
with
between
the woman that you're supposed to just be sticking your penis in.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference between love and in love. He shows his love by gifting.
You shouldn't be showing that.
Love and appreciation. That's why you're attracted to him. Because if he wasn't attracted to him, he wasn't attracted.
Because all that brings is now the other side is now they're involved. Now their emotions is there, and women, their emotions is times 10. So now this woman on the other side,
that's
he's playing with her.
Like if he were to do that for somebody else, she would be like, no.
But for you.
No, I'm saying for someone else.
Okay.
I'm saying if me and you were in a relationship and you're dealing with someone else, you're sticking your penis to her. All right, stop playing with me. You going to buy this bitch lunch and get her nails done. You're done. You're done.
That's her non.
Gotcha. So if it was just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, it's okay.
I ain't gonna say it's okay, but.
It wouldn't be as devastating.
It wouldn't be.
That goes. Well, I guess that. Yeah, you're right. That goes back to the emotional part that you talked about.
Bitch at work gonna suck the dick. They both lonely. I don't know. Like men just be
again, but you
doing
can't.
stuff.
But you can't always blame the man, right?
Right. Because, a woman gonna go. He gonna go.
There's 3 women sitting inside of this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say, hey, this is what's going to happen. But guess who can say this is what can happen?
We can. Right.
So a guy can only shoot his shot. It's like a fisherman. He throws it out there.
And the only way that you're gonna make your chances better is how you approach the situation. If a man sitting there and be like, look, this is how it's gonna go, a lot of us gonna be like, fuck on. But if a man sat there and BP about it or, play his role or even if he was spending money, then some of us would probably be like, oh, I like that. Okay, yes, it's a difference. It's a difference. You gotta.
This is subjective. We're gonna have to bring this up another day.
I mean, it all is though for people. It really is. Like
deal breaker for me is cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, me too.
And Black and Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the squares.
Or even vapes. Vapes be blowing me when people be just smoking. They be all in the restaurant. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's not very attractive.
It's not. I
don't mind the vape so much, but cigarettes, ugh.
Yeah.
No squares, man. Definitely no squares. Mm-mm. So, Jamie, I appreciate you coming on and rocking with us.
Okay, no more crazy questions.
Hey, look, that's the
you can breathe now.
No, but it was good. It was good. And
that's a segment of This is Bananas.
Feet pics.
Yeah.
No,
hey,
I'm telling you, I'll send you the site.
No.
Let's come with the questions, man.
I'm telling you.
She definitely.
No, this is fun.
She.
Yeah, it was nice sitting down with you. Definitely putting a face, a voice, and just the experience behind everything. Because, like I said, I've been to Vern so many times. I promote you guys here every Thursday, right? Every Thursday.
I love it.
And again, just the personal circumstances, the situation that I was able to share with Verns is just, it's amazing, girl.
So
I
what
love
happens
it.
to
And
the-
thank you, Shed.
You're
Thank you.
What happens to the dance thing that you guys had going on?
Well, any of the instructors just found other studios. We had to
You
reach
still do that?
the Own It, the chair dance
The
class.
subductive dancing that you guys were doing.
It's
You was
chair
part of that
dance
too,
class.
wasn't you?
Yeah. I'm a certified Own It instructor, which is it's a chair dance class, and we teach you step by step the routine, and you're encouraged to dress however makes you feel like the sexiest. But really it's like us breaking down like barriers, like being confident again in your own body. Like
Absolutely.
we say, don't do this for anyone but yourself, notice how your body feels,
Mhm.
what makes you uncomfortable so we can work through it. Like you don't have to be super sexy to do
Do a
it.
lot of women sign up for that?
Yeah.
Because like, I'm thinking to myself as you're talking and explaining this, I'm like, yo, this should be huge.
It's yeah.
And what's going through my mind? There's a song going through my mind right now. This Mary J. Blige song. I won't waste my time. Just fine.
We don't know, Roby.
You know, just fine, right? Just fine. But she says something like she's looking at herself as she's standing in the mirror, something along those lines,
Mhm.
right? And I listen to that. I'm just like, when she says that, it's like, okay, I'm back. I'm me.
Here.
I'm
We're
here. I like that. And I think a lot of more people need to be like that.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
one of the most beautiful experiences that I had was like I was in the studio space and my friend, did you meet Stevie when she was here?
Blonde hair.
No.
Mhm.
Brunette. So Stevie
Purple
is
Street.
Huh?
Did she have a purple
No,
street?
she moved to California, guys. So
Okay.
she hasn't been here for a while, but I'm not sure if like you would have met her.
Okay.
She's the owner of Own It, so she originated the program. She created it, and it came because like there's all these other classes like Show Up, Be Sexy, like Flirty Girl Fitness, but it's
Mhm.
all curated at like a certain type. Like you're already sexy and you're here doing sexy things.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, but what happens when you don't feel that way already and you wouldn't go to that class? Like, how can you break into this space, right? So that's how Own It came up. And you're free to talk about your insecurities and like what you're worried about and
Mhm.
why you're afraid to show up, or like what you felt like after you were able to show up really well, and like how you felt after the class. And we cheer each other on. You can wear whatever you want. We teach you step by step. You perform it in front of us. It's like a fun space. And one night we were all there, we were sitting in front of the mirror, and I had said something, and they took a picture, like a candid picture of me, and they're like, Jamie, no, like think of how you look at all the women around you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we see you
No,
too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's great. Like when
Mhm.
I stepped in the room, I looked, what did I do first? I
Mhm.
looked at you and I was like, oh my God, you're fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like that was the first thing I did when I got here today. I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
and your smile. So like I look at you
Mm-hmm.
and I see you have like this beautiful, just like this brow line, and you have a beautiful smile, and your skin is so
Girl, don't hide
glowy.
me.
No, I was like, dude, and I love your hair,
Thank
and
you,
it's so
thank
curly, and
you.
I'm just like, oh, so like the way I see you, and just like seeing you as a person
Mm-hmm.
is like we got to remember that, because like
So she was
That's
the only
true.
person you saw. I'm totally joking. No, hype her up. Like she said, hype her up. No, I'm just totally
I
joking.
know.
Yeah.
you're beautiful too.
Hilarious.
But like we share that
No, for real.
experience.
No,
and, like,
for real.
try to give that to yourself. Like remember that when people look at you, they see those same things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I went to the one of the boot camp ones.
Yeah.
Booty camp or
the
however you
workout,
call
it's
it.
a circuit course. Yeah.
Yeah. And had a ball.
Yes.
Had a ball.
Yes.
And I be feeling like, you be feeling like you black. You can do this shit. I was in there like, hold on now. Give me a minute, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing. I can't wait to see what you got coming up, girl. Where can we follow you? Where can we follow and keep updates with you?
Follow the Verns Instagram page still
Okay.
and the Facebook page. As I go into the new spaces or kind of like start looking for spaces and stuff, we'll give updates, and you can follow my personal page. It's Jamie Berry 202 on Instagram. I
Okay.
think it's public. I don't think it's private, so you should be able to just follow me.
Okay.
And yeah, I just post I post the struggles and like my life experiences and like any epiphanies that I have, and I'm like, oh, look at that thing, full circle. Look at that right there. I try to practice gratitude and just sit in the spaces that I do have and what I just generally have, and no more than that. Like, this is what this looks like, and thank you. And also, I mean, you know, you mentioned the miscarriage. My life is just on there. I really don't hide it that much, and I'm a pretty open book. But even like when I went through the miscarriages, I made a post, and it was one of the scariest things that I did. I was like, should I post this? I don't know. I feel really like scared. What if I do? And like, what would anyone say? And then I was like, fuck it. I posted it, and I actually felt so much better because I realized that like it's so much more normalized than I thought. And I was really trying to let struggle through that alone, you know, or like in my head alone. And so yeah, just follow the things, and if you have questions, ask, and I'll give all the updates about Verns as we go, and get back into space. And there you go.
Sure.
Whatever you do, don't quit.
That is true for everyone. Like literally, there's what's that saying? Like, your dreams only give up when you do. Or what? That is like literally true.
Seriously.
Literally true. You can do it. You can start from scratch. You can start over 10 times. You can do it differently. You can say yes when you used to say no, and vice versa. You can change your mind and just keep going.
100%.
No,
Ness,
for
what's
real.
going on this weekend?
We got a little bit going on. The weather finna break finally.
Supposed to be nice.
Yeah. Supposed to be like in the 80s.
In the 80s, baby.
El Patio is opening the outside bar finally. Y'all remember when we went and it wasn't even open? And we were sitting up at the top. But they got the full outside bar. That's supposed to be opening this weekend on Friday. They're supposed to have like a live band and stuff there. We did go to the Love and Laugh comedy show this past Sunday. That was really good. I can't wait to the next one. The Hennons though, yeah. Them updates, not updates.
No,
No.
I haven't been there yet.
They just updated the outer structure.
Yeah. That's all they did.
They were supposed
That's
to
all
add
they did.
bathrooms, did they?
I don't know. I don't know.
They did add
They
bathrooms.
did. Okay.
Oh, I thought they was redoing the whole thing because it was so tight in there. But we ain't gonna talk about that because the Love and Laugh, the event itself, the comedians that they had was amazing. Dive Bar got a few things going on this weekend. They got a pool league. They got
Pool leagues on Wednesdays.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
every Wednesday is pool league for the dive. So you look at me, I'm like, the dive.
yeah.
Karaoke
live
Tuesday.
music on Sundays. Right?
Sundays? I did not know. That's
Live music on Sundays. But yeah. The
Farmers
community.
market.
Did we check out the community get down? No.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
That's a couple weeks, ain't it?
No, that already
What
happened.
is it?
That happened on the 23rd. My bad. Cut that out.
it?
But yeah, other than that, the weather finna break. Definitely, as always, get them kids into something. I have posted the link to the rec center's scholarship fund. Y'all go on my page, fill out that application, get them kids that $125 to do that activity, do any activity at the rec center. Even the Elgin Steelers is now on the rec center. You can even use that money for them to play football. Get them kids outside. Every football team got sports camps these coming weeks. Larkin High School, South Elgin High School, they got football camps, they got wrestling camps, basketball camps, cheerleading camps. It's all on my page, my Facebook page. Y'all check it out. Get these kids into something this summer. Please don't have them just sitting around looking crazy. Please.
Getting into trouble.
No, for real. If you don't get them something, they're going to get into something.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's so cool. That
For
Hey.
real.
Congratulations to all the 2025 grads.
Yes.
Big ups
Shout
to
out
all
to
y'all.
y'all. My pre-K
Yes, y'all will always be adults. now.
Forever and ever.
There's no going back.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
for real.
yeah,
Everybody just get outside though, man. That's what I really want for us this weekend. Everybody get outside.
Anything else, Jamie?
I think that's it.
Like, no. All right, y'all. Till
Later,
next time,
y'all.
man. Peace out.
Oh yeah.